Welcome to the School of Bliss podcast where we learn things that school didn't teach us. My name is Yani. I'm a professional life and financial coach. But in this podcast, I'm your classmate in learning about how to be happy, healthy, and super wealthy.
So, welcome to the third episode where of my daily podcast. So, tinatry ko din mag-daily podcast and I'm just banking on episodes which hopefully soon I will be able to put it out. So, like I said, my daily, I don't know actually kung nasabi ko na siya sa previous episodes that I got to shoot, but my daily podcast, the intention really is to be my daily diary. Hindi ko alam kung ginagawa niyo yun in grade school, yung parang may diary kayo. Or until now, no? Right now, I don't do daily journal, but daily journaling like a diary because I realized that I'm such an auditory. So, meaning I really like speaking than writing. So, I decided to make this a daily podcast. And of course, again, wala pa rin po tayong neon light. Wala pa rin ako neon light dito. Which means, hindi pa ako umabot ng 21 days of shooting. Kasi, sabi nga ni Alec, he will give me a neon light if makaabot akong 21 days every day creating a new podcast episode. So anyway, so this is a daily diary. That's why I really want to journey with you guys in terms of going through life together. So I know that no one's life is perfect and not even mine. That's why we're all a work in progress and we just have to accept that. And one of the things that I am really, really working on, and I promised myself to work on this year, is my health. That's why, sabi ko nga, this will be a topic that I would be creating a lot. That's why hindi pala quarter life bliss. The School of Bliss is all about health, wealth, and happiness, health, and wealth. Ayun. Kasi one of the main topics here would always be about health. And that doesn't limit us to physical health. It's also in the form of mental, emotional health. But for today, I want to focus on finding or giving you guys ways to take care of your mind and your body better. And I don't know if you're like me, but in grade school, in high school, even in college, they never really explained to us the importance of taking care of our body. So, kunwari, sabihin nila, dapat kumakain ka ng gulay para lumakas ka. Dapat, sa PE, dapat exercise active ka. Ganun lang, but hindi bumaon sa akin why it is important. And growing up, I was not unhealthy. I was not unhealthy, but I was not focused on being healthy, or I did not focus on being healthy, which means, I would just live my day-to-day life, eating what I want, never really working out. I think I just worked out a couple of years. I started working out a couple of years ago when I said, parang hindi na pala okay yung body ko. Parang I feel there's so much unnecessary, unwanted fats that's in my body. And I got really insecure with my body. That's why I started working out. But I didn't work out because I knew it would benefit me. Alam mo yun, parang in school, they would always tell us what to do, but they never told us why we need to do it. And I guess that takes away the essence of why we're doing things. In this case, why we should take care of our physical health, of our mental health, and emotional health. Also, they never really, siguro sa ibang major, but ako, in grade school, in high school, never naman naging topic yung emotional and mental health. Diba? I like the people who have the advocacy of mental health because for the past decades, it has been a taboo topic. It has been a topic na, especially here in the country, na people just misjudge or diagnose. Parang sabihin lang na, baliw ka lang, di ba? When you have, let's say, mental health issues. But the people who have been advocating for it and have been so loud about it, diba? Parang, because of them, now people are more aware. Now society is more accepting of when people face struggles in terms of their mental health, in terms of their emotional health. Now, alam ko may mga companies then wherein you can take breaks if you're not mentally okay. And I remember before when I used to work in an NGO, meron din kaming mental health break. I don't know if it just started with us, but ang swerte ko lang because at the time when I felt really lost and I felt that I was going to depression, I needed a long break and they allowed me to take that break until I feel better and I become better and until I say I am ready. And I hope more companies do that as well. More employers do that as well. Also me, I'm an employer and I'm very lenient with my team, especially that most of my team are students na paid interns. So when they don't feel like working or when they tell me that they don't wanna work, they go, diba? Parang take for me, it's important that you take care of your health than taking care of your work. Because your work can wait. But your health sometimes, most of the time, should be a priority. Diba? Although what I don't like lang is, of course, using that as an excuse to not do the work. Ibang topic naman yan. Anyway, so, why am I creating this episode? It's really because this year is all about recommitting to health. Especially this month. No, I just recently signed up with a new coach, a holistic coach. So, meaning, he was actually my trainer back in 2021. When I used to do weights, when I used to do a lot of daily workouts, heavy workouts. But, last year, I got diagnosed with, so ito nangyari, diba? Last year, sobrang dami kong health issues. Like, I was in the hospital. I used my HMO for 3 or 4 times last year. One is to check my thyroid and my sugar. Yung thyroid ko kasi I was really gaining so much weight and I don't know why. Parang hindi naman talaga ako ganun kabilis mag-gain ng weight. And I was also very cautious of what I eat. So, nagtataka ako, bakit sobrang bilis ng weight gain ko? So, I had to check first thyroid kasi in my genes, meron yung lola ko, gano'n. So, parang, I think if I'm not mistaken, yung next generation yung makakakuha nun. So, I had a checkup for my thyroid and then, negative, wala naman, thank God. So, sabi ko, okay, ano pa ba yung symptoms na meron ako? I searched for it, and then I got my skin, parang, nagkaroon ako ng, meron kasi akong skin acne, back acne, and I went to the derma, and then the dermatologist really said, I'm 99% sure, just with the questions I'm asking, you have symptoms for PCOS. And I said, oh? Diba, parang, sige nga, test ko nga rin yan. Parang, I would always deny na may PCOS ako. Impossible. But just all the symptoms, I think, really showed PCOS. So, I had that done also, the test, and yun na nga, no? So, I tested positive to PCOS. Tested positive, di ko alam kung ano yung tawag. But yung left ovary ko, may PCOS siya. Although maliit lang. And, if I'm not mistaken, left yun. Di ko kabisado. Basta, may PCOS daw ako. So, anyway. So, I started understanding more my body, and I started to take pills. And that pills eventually led me to gaining more weight. So, yun kasi yung effect ng PCOS pills, which is yung birth control pills. Why? Because it increases my female hormones. Kasi when you have PCOS, you have higher male hormones. Anyway, third one is, grabe talaga, ang dami talaga. I had my voice box check. Kasi, if you are a listener of Quarter Life Bliss, I think it was since season 3 with Sarah, after the BTS concerts, up until kay Gold na episodes, or medyo bumalik na yung boses ko dun eh. But season 3 was like paos Yani. Like season 1, season 2 was so different yung boses ko as compared to season 3 and season 4 and now. So, sabi ko, parang lagi na lang paos, tapos konting inom ko lang, the next day super, kahit hindi naman talaga ako pumarty or sumigaw-sigaw, parang the next day, I would lose my voice. And that was alarming for me. Parang feeling ko, laging nagagasgas yung lalamunan ko. So, I had my voice box checked. And eventually, ayun na nga. No, I had to take a 2-week voice rest. So, I couldn't record, I couldn't do these things, I couldn't drink sugar, mga ganyan-ganyan. So, anyway, my point, and this year, no, I had, my gosh, it's only April, and I had my eye surgery done. I had a sprain for more than a month. I think it was only like 2 weeks or 1 week pa lang siyang okay talaga yung left foot ko. And then yesterday, I got my other foot injured na naman, although maliit lang. And then I woke up, no, kanina, na ang sakit ng likod ko. I think it's the signs of aging na talaga. And more than really signs of aging, lahat ng mga sakit na to, it was really an eye-opener for me to start focusing on my health. So last year, all these issues came out and I realized I really need to take my health as a priority. And that's why my word for the year is really Health 2023. And after all the things that happened to me the past 2 months in terms of my health, physical health, no? Eye surgery ako, first time ko sa operating room, and my sprain, which took like a month before I could properly walk. And until now, I still don't work out heavy. I still don't do heavy workout. It was really an eye-opener for me to take care of my body. And parang it was a domino effect eh. I was physically not okay. Therefore, mentally, I was so drained. Parang I felt helpless. And emotionally, I felt heavy. Na parang lahat na lang ba nangyayari? Parang kahapon, when I got my other foot injured, sabi ko, bakit ba ayaw akong tigilan? Tapos, nga pala, injured, and then I have all this skin, whatever, from the farm that's happening. Parang, oh my gosh, what's happening? My body is really telling me that I need to fix whatever I'm doing. And my body is calling me to take a break. My body is calling me to prioritize it. And I didn't like the domino effect of not taking care of my body resulted to mentally draining and emotionally unstable. Because I would always feel not good enough. I would always feel na something's lacking, something's missing sa akin. And I didn't like how I look like, because I'm literally XX pounds higher. And makikita nyo naman yun sa episode 1, season 1, up to now, no? And so, I felt bad about my body, and that's a great call to myself that I need to focus on it, no? So, sa dami ng ginagawa natin, nakakalimutan nating alagaan yung pinaka-importanting bagay, which is yung sarili natin. Pinaka-importanting tao sa buhay natin, which is yung sarili natin. Not that it's bad, or not that, of course, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. And I think it's one decision away. Taking care of our body is just one decision away. And I was really awakened by this post by my new trainer. So, yung trainer ko is actually a holistic coach, which means hindi na lang siya yung trainer in terms of workout, but from sleep to body hormones. He will help me balance my hormones kasi I have PCOS, which means I have hormonal imbalance, and food intake, and then workout. So, I really signed up for it kasi sabi ko, okay, this year is the year I'm gonna take care of my body. So, I read this quote from him, pinost niya sa story niya, and that was really a wake-up call for me on what I'm putting inside my body. It says, let's not ritualize treating our bodies like a trash bag with the shit we throw into them. Yes, life is stressful. Yes, weeks are long, but we don't need to make rituals out of overconsumption and overindulgence. Sobrang nag-hit ako dito, guys, kasi that's me. That's my excuse all the time. Tapos sabi pa dito, there is zero wrong with having planned treats, but free for alls that leave our mind and our body feeling like shit are not the way to treat ourselves. And basically, how it resonated me is naisip ko talaga na parang, why do I keep putting or eating trash and putting it in my body when my body is ultimately not a garbage can? And so, it was a wake-up call, and I said, you know what? After that, I really got mindful of what I eat. So, I remember when I moved in, lahat na lang ng klase ng cheese meron ako sa ref. Lahat ng chocolates, sweets. And I thought it was okay. Why? Because, again, I felt free to eat anything. Parang, okay lang, kainin ko kahit ano. Last year, I really let go of my routine of working out, of waking up early. Last year, I let go of my diet or controlling what I consume and really watching what I put in my body. And that's why a lot of things showed up in my body. And so, this year, we become better. So, here are things that I did that I hope could help you take care of your mind and your body even better. Number one is be aware of what's happening in your body and in your mind. So, one is if you need to get therapy or if you need to check in with, let's say, a psychologist or get a check-up in terms of your physical body naman. Get a physical check-up. Like, kung meron ka nararamdaman, automatically have it checked kasi hindi mo alam how long it might take for you to recover, or you don't even know you're treating your body so wrong because hindi mo pinapa-check up. So for me, sabi ko kasi bata pa ako. And I think makaka-relate yung mga taong nakikinig that you would always say, di ko na kailangan magpa-check up, diba? Kasi bata pa ako. Pero actually, it should be a necessity for us all, and it should be a priority, if not something scheduled the way we schedule, let's say, meetings, diba? Because this one, the real money making here is ourselves, and if we neglect taking care of ourselves, how will we be able to make the money that we want? No, we schedule meetings, we schedule work, but we never schedule taking care of our body, and that limits us to earn money. That limits us to get to our best self and create the financial abundance that we want for ourselves. And so, make time for your health, and make time for checking in with how stable you are mentally and physically. So that's what I did. Thankfully, I have HMO. That's why I'm not scared to get a checkup. Number 2 is to address it right away and do what's necessary. Parang I remember I came from the hospital because I had my voice box checked last year. And sabi, okay, 2 weeks voice rest. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna stop recording, whatever you're recording. You're gonna stop eating sweets. You're gonna stop eating caffeine. Bawal din. Basta ang dami talaga ng list. Like, chocolate. And in my head, it was, what I was thinking really is, I have to dedicate the next 2 weeks for me to enjoy speaking normally for the rest of my life. Kasi, if I don't do that, baka mawala na ako ng boses and para talagang magang-maga kasi yung voice box ko. And baka, diba, hindi na ako makapagsalita. Yun yung maging result just because I wasn't listening. So, I remember after the hospital, automatically, I removed whatever I couldn't eat. I removed it from my menu for the week or the things I had to intake, food I intake, right after being out of the hospital. So, address it right away, no? Sometimes, it's so tempting for us to eat what we're not supposed to eat. Parang nalabi, hindi man talaga mahilig sa sweets, pero dahil pinagbawalan ako sa sweets, dahil nalaman ko na insulin resistant ako, parang biglang gusto ko ng sweets. Bakit ganun? We crave for the things that we don't need in our body. I think ganun talaga, masarap daw ang bawal. So, do it right away. Parang for me, do what's necessary because if you start doing what's necessary, everything else makes sense. And number 3 is commit to leading a healthier lifestyle. And if that means, alam mo yun, changing your diet, and don't treat diet as a time-bound thing. Treat it as a lifestyle. So, parang masabihin na, OMAD kasi ako for the next 2 weeks. If you're gonna do OMAD, make sure it's sustainable. You'll do it for the rest of your life. That's what's easier kasi that way, you are not parang limiting yourself na, okay, after 2 weeks, pwede na ako ulit kumain ng kahit ano. Parang ganun kasi nangyayari, diba? Diet ako, kasi may ganitong event. Tapos after the event, wala na. We eat anything. We let ourselves lose the control to eat what we want. Parang ganyan, diba? Or parang ganun parang we know that something, like for example, consuming negative movies or heavy movies mentally, or kunwari mga horror, di ba? We know that possibly magkaroon tayo ng tawag dito? Nightmares, or I don't know if you're like me na ganun. But we still consume it, or ayaw natin ng mga negativity in our head, but we scroll our social media to read chismes or to watch negative news, and that's what limits us that we know something is not healthy but we keep consuming them. So let's cut it out. This is my diary, so this is a reminder for me to really take care of my body more and to commit to it, diba? Commit to right now, I'm committing to taking photos of my food intake and sending it to my coach. And then eventually, really weighing food and being strict and parang gawin mo na lang na, anong tawag dito? Reward yung other food that you crave. And when we, hopefully, no, when we start taking care of our body, everything else gets better, everything else works out in our life. So, yeah, I hope you also do the same to make time to be aware of what's going on inside you. Address it, whatever is necessary. You do things that you're supposed to do and take action. And of course, commit to the new lifestyle. Because you deserve a healthy you. Because you deserve a stronger you. And that's just a reminder for us to not treat ourselves as a garbage can because, or not, not treat ourselves like a garbage can because we are worth more than that. And so, thank you for listening to this episode on health. And I hope that just like me, you start taking care of your health this year. And do let me know in the comments or on my social media. Message me if you like this episode, tag me, and let me know your biggest realization or biggest aha moment in this, because I want to know if this episode helps you also in taking care of your body and yourself. Again, this is Yani, and thank you for listening to the School of Bliss. See you on the next episode. Bye bye.